I found it. I found the go live button. It's right there in OBS, turns out. Hello! It is I, ExtraHoliday. And, 'tis a rare occasion, as we are streaming live again. So I don't think I addressed this in a previous episode of HoloCure, so it might be worth saying here. I did talk about it in Dark Souls. I'm probably not going back to my typical stream schedule anytime soon. And potentially ever. So... and ultimately the reason behind it is just because I'm just not getting what I want out of streaming, so I think I kind of want to just hold off for now. For the most part. I mean, sometimes I'm just gonna feel like I want to stream, like tonight. Technically this morning. But that's certainly not enough to base an entire schedule off of. But we are here now. We are going to play Miss Paviola Rainey. What was our capstone in this build? Crap, I already forgot. Hold on, let me pull up my reference here. Oh, I should. Nope. Probably do that. Pulling up my reference, which was the last episode that I played Rainy on. Capstone should probably be either, well, probably face mask, yeah. Face mask, I think, is less core. Alright. So. But yeah, Candy Kingdom is not a capstone item. Okay. And we have Piggy Bank. Good. We got 2 of the items we needed right off the bat. It's good. No, I forgot to change the trail again. It's fine. Okie dokie. Yeah, I probably don't need to justify why I felt like streaming, but I did feel like streaming. Yeah, it's largely because pace on HoloCure has kind of, you might have noticed, at least as far as the YouTube side of things goes, has kind of come to a crawl. Or just overall, my goal of beating every stage with every level has just been like, it's been very much slowed our progress toward that goal. So I'm like, alright, you know what? Let's do a stream. Let's get a few more characters down at once. Because I hate to say it, but HoloCure is kind of actually standing in the way of me doing other things. On YouTube, primarily. So, just isn't to say, you know, like, it's a nuisance or anything, but like, I want to hit the one goal before I go for the next, you know? Thank you, iframes. So yeah, let's get some progress made, shall we? I remember now that I don't have to be super stingy with the punches. Hey, there's the shackles. Face mask, you are not core to us, you are capstone. Yeah, yep. I probably won't be streaming too long tonight because it's already 1:45 a.m. where I am, so... And, well, if I If I don't go to bed by 4, then I miss out on the day's sleep in Pokemon Sleep, so I need to, yeah. I gotta... Well, I at least need to have my phone free at that point. Because, you know, I gotta get my Snorlax some rest, you know? Here. Go. Good stuff, good stuff. Just kind of ignore that. It wasn't close enough to actually deal us damage, so... Stop exploding, Pemelos. Don't think that's what Ella wants for you. Feathers, feathers, feathers. Punching. Healer, you have been on this field for way too long. Okay, he's dead now. Good. Where's my crit chance at right now? 69.5? Nice. And a half. Shackles. There we go. Curse? Sure. Curse is kinda like, aside from our Super collab, Curse is part of what I would argue is the second most important collab in this build, which is going to be Eldritch Horror. Pill. More crit chance, please, rather than crit damage. Yep, pill. These guys move weird. Not sure what their deal is. Ah! I did not intentionally invoke Ina there, but, you know. Just kind of happened. I mean, ultimately the thing with Wah, right, was that she's like, oh, people just kind of naturally say that sometimes, right? Oh, also, did I just have a punch stored up? I think I just had a punch stored up. So, like, even she's like, yeah, this is just the sound that people make. But then she made it hers. A signature sound. Well, it's kind of like Callie's "gh," right? Like, that is a sound. Like, people don't tend to intentionally make that sound, but it is a sound that people do naturally make. Although, I don't think Callie's "gh" is, quite as core to her as Ina's Wah. And yes, of course, we have from our dearly, I shouldn't call her dearly departed, from our lovely shark, who has just recently graduated. She did graduate, right, at this point? I was just watching a Things VTubers Say episode from like a month ago that was talking about her announcing that she graduated. I'm pretty sure she's graduated by now. Make it sound like she died. Well, a lot of people treat graduations like that. But that's why I said I probably shouldn't call her dearly departed. I mean, she was dear and she did depart, but she is not, you're correct. She is not dead. She is simply moving on to other things. And I must wish her the best of luck, because, yeah, it's a big change. And, you know, even if I wouldn't call myself a chumbud necessarily, and I don't know that I ever necessarily was one, I still have a lot of respect for Gura. I still think she was a fantastic entertainer. So, I hope the best for her. She seems neat. So yeah. Indeed. Guru debuted first, right? Out of Myth. I feel like maybe that's not the case. It might have been someone else. But if it was, I know literally the first thing, like the whole reason that is a meme, is that was literally the first thing she said on her debut stream. It's just and if she was the one who debuted first... Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Think so, yeah? Okay. So if she was the one that debuted first, that means literally the first thing that was heard from a... Oh, hold on. I'm gonna hydrate. From a Hololive English VTuber was... Just kinda crazy. A little bit cuckoo, a little bit silly. I need other things. Other things. Other things. Other things? I need other things. Other things, please. I can't believe I'm using all my rerolls this early. There's something. Thank you. Although I guess theoretically I could have maxed out Curse and then went for the box, but yeah, when I would have saved my rerolls, that might have been the smarter move, actually. Oh well. Can't go back and undo it, so... Okay, I am actually going to max Curse here because I want to grab other stuff. If we can find it. And I probably don't need to explain why Hololive English is a big deal, given that most VTuber fans, and especially anyone who would be watching this, would know that, hold on, 7. That, they're kind of the ones that brought it to the West. That's 20 minus, that's minus 5, okay. Oh, no. I did the math wrong. It's fine. But yeah, it's, yeah. I would probably not be VTubing if not for Myth. So, personally I liked Iris's first tweet of that the most. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can appreciate that. Yeah, I'll take weak. No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to swap them. Whoops. Yeah, well. I think it's become kind of a tradition now for Holomems debuting, or at least on the English side, for them to do something goofy for their first tweet. I think it was Cecilia, if I remember correctly, who did the she was like, guys, I need help with this, and then it was the I am not a robot captcha. It's like, I mean, technically she isn't, but you know. Yeah. I don't necessarily want to take any of these to the end game, but bomb, sure. Yeah, I mean, we can be sad about all the different old VTubers that are graduating, but like also we're getting a lot of cool new ones, so that's cool. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Them VTubers, specifically them Hololive VTubers, can be pretty funny. I feel like most VTubers are pretty funny. I guess that makes me an exception. I say that. I say that joking, like I'm joking. But also, like, I just had pickup rehearsals earlier tonight for the stage show that I'm in. And, if you know anything about theater, you know that a pickup rehearsal is, generally not taken super seriously. And, at one point, you know, because it's a rehearsal, you don't have a lot of people watching. But, at one point, I had our director pretty much in stitches. Just because I fell at I mean, I was intended to fall, but not in the way I did. Self-deprecating humor is my thing. No, it's my thing! I mean, I probably don't deserve it, but... Do I get points for incorporating the thing I'm talking about? An example of the thing I'm talking about as I'm talking about it? I'm trying to remember. There was something like really clever. Oh, the book. We need the book. There's something really clever in one of the songs I've heard recently. Oh, it was, it's actually related to Hololive. It's Not a Phase by Fauna and Mume, who, are both graduated now. Wow. And, yeah, there's a line in that song that goes, what was it? It was, you'd be the same if you were different like me. Half a point. Okay, I'll take that. But I absolutely love that line just because of how paradoxical it is, I guess. Because, I mean, let's look at it, right? It's like, you would be the same, right? Okay, as in the same as me, if you were different. Which theoretically means, like, oh, I'm different, and if you were different, you would also be like me. But when it's put that way, it sounds like you'd be the same if you weren't the same. And then, on top of that, they add, like me. So, that even more makes it sound like, yeah, you'd be the same if you weren't the same, because I'm not the same. And it's like, huh? I just love how that line is written. It's honestly, I think it's honestly a beautifully written lyrics. That is, and like, also, you know, like, I also like that song just because, you know, I like the pop punk style of song. You know, there is another famous VTuber out there who has a lot to do with music by the name of Iron Mouse, who insists that everyone can sing, and by that I'm assuming she's implying can sing well, and that it's just a matter of finding what music fits your voice. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this right now. Oh well. And so I've done a lot of thinking, because, you know, I'm not afraid to take Mouse as an inspiration. She's pretty cool. What do I want here? Let's eliminate, yeah, we'll eliminate Bomb and take Ball. Oh, but I really need the axe. Alright, I'm taking the axe. So yeah, I've been really thinking about, like, because I wouldn't, spoiler alert, I guess, I've been thinking a lot about doing some music stuff, both, you know, in person and on the interwebs, and yes, involving singing. So I've been thinking about, like, okay, what songs would be best for my voice? And I think, going back to the point I was originally trying to make like 10 minutes ago. I think pop punk actually fits me pretty well. Like, just the way that I sing normally. I think, like, you know, your Green Day type of stuff is kind of a fit for just how I sound naturally. Because the thing is, right, like, I do a lot of theater, or at least I have in the last couple of years. I've been doing a lot of theater, and I've been in musicals. But, like, the type of music you find in a musical, particularly, you know, stage musicals, as opposed to, like, movie musicals, is very, like, it's not... It's not the same as what you'd hear on the radio. You know, it tends to have a very particular style to it. And the people who, you know, famously sing those songs, they also tend to have a very particular style to the way they sing. Largely because it is a musical. And so I think a lot of the reason why I haven't had lack of skill can always be an issue. It could always be the issue. But a lot of the reason that I feel like I haven't had as much success getting, like, a lot of singing roles in the musicals I've been in and auditioned for. I don't want to max the X right now. I'll take the ball. Is because, you know, I haven't been singing the type of song that fits my voice. Because it could be that just songs from musicals just don't really match what I'm more inclined to sing like. Shit, I didn't want that, actually. I probably should have held off on that. Oh well. Yeah, that's... I mean, that could be a little bit of copium there, but... Alright. Oh, not that. There we go. But, you know, it helps me sleep at night, so... Surely there must be some kind of music I can sing well, right? Yeah. We'll see. We'll just have to see. And one funny thing is... So the first musical I auditioned for when I started doing theater again, I don't know why I thought this, but I was like, you know what would be a good idea? If I just... we're gonna eliminate Bomb. If I just, like, didn't even listen to the music before the auditions. And, I don't know, there was something in my head about, like, oh, if I do it, it's gonna be more unique, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Because, here's the thing, it might have been an okay idea if I was particularly good at sight-reading music. I can barely read music, let alone sight-read music. So... yeah, that's the lesson I learned from that audition. And the point I was getting to is that after I auditioned for the second musical that I was in, because I did actually get into that first musical, I just didn't have a part that did a whole lot of singing. When I after I auditioned for my second musical, some friends I've made in the theater space were like, wow, you've gotten a lot better since that first audition. And I'm like, yeah, that's because I actually listened to the music this time. Like, I actually kind of studied it, learned the lyrics and what the notes are supposed to be. Brother in Holiday. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, just a word of advice if you're ever auditioning for anything music related. Maybe actually listen to the stuff that you're supposed to play, like beforehand. It might be a good idea. Just maybe. Yeah. It's yeah. Although I still haven't gotten to the point where I'll actually like watch the show before I audition. But for that, I don't feel like that's as necessary, is the thing. Just because, like, music is one thing, right? You have to, like, with music, you definitely, there is, like, only a few right answers to how to sing a note, for example, when you're singing a song. Acting, I feel, that's the other thing. There are a lot of choices you can make when acting that will be correct, just based on... And the thing is, even if one acting choice was correct for one production, that's not a guarantee that it's the correct thing to do in the other production either, because, you know, people are different, right? If you have a different cast, people are going to, even doing the same thing, even trying to, like, copy the exact same thing will still be different just because you have different people, right? They have different voices and different body proportions and different habits that, you know, they might have to break or fight if you're trying to do things exactly the same as someone else. So I feel like in terms of acting, it's not nearly as important to have watched, you know, how the other people do it first. I mean, you can definitely do that for just to see, like, what might be a good choice. But in the end, what is going to be the correct choice is probably going to be different for you than it was for, you know, whoever played that character on Broadway, for example. So I still don't feel like I need to watch a show before I audition for it, but definitely listening to the music, I think, is important. To just to have a good audition, you know, and to give you greater chances of actually... Because here's the thing, right? When you're auditioning for a musical, they're generally not judging you based on how well you can sight read music. Because that's not really helpful once you're getting into rehearsals. Yeah, there comes a certain point in rehearsals where that's no longer useful. So yeah, study your music. Maybe you don't necessarily have to watch the whole show, but, you know, study the music. I am going to swap these, actually, because I like the idea of having more crit damage. Yep, that's, lessons I've learned from auditioning. Also, what I've learned from my most recent audition, which was literally earlier this week, like 2 days ago, I should probably, when they ask for vocal range, they're not asking for, like, specific notes, I don't think. Like, this isn't anything that anyone told me after I did it, but, like, I realized, like, oh, they meant, like, you know, tenor, bass, soprano, that sort of thing. They weren't talking about, like, E2 to E4. But I kind of got that impression because on the character description sheets for, like, the main characters, they were like, oh, hey, this character is supposed to have this vocal range, like, and they were listed specific notes. Not sing the song you auditioned with. You can't just say you auditioned for a role and not sing the song you auditioned with. I would rather not. I mean, it's well, partly because I don't like to talk about shows. Well, I guess I'm not in this show because I didn't get a call back, which means I'm probably not in it. Because I also just didn't want to even be in the ensemble. But point is, shows that are like kind of that I am at least somewhat involved in currently, I don't necessarily want to go into because, yeah, I just don't, because if someone got really curious, they could be like, oh, he was in this production, or, you know, he's in this, we know he's in this area because of the schedule of, because, you know, the schedule of shows in that area matches up to what he was saying, and it's like, yeah, you know, like, I don't try to be super, I don't try to worry too much about, you know, potentially doxing myself, but, because I know I'm going to say stuff that people are going to be able to use to find me if they really, really want to. I don't know why they would, but like, that's something, that's one of the steps I want to take generally, to be like, all right, I'm not gonna expose myself in that way. Yeah, that's the reasoning why I don't like. So I have mentioned before some of the shows, the names of some of the shows I've been in. But yeah, just because I don't want to make it easy for people. Like, I know pretty much no matter what I'm gonna do, people are going to be able to, you know, like, track me down if they really want to. I don't recommend that, or I'm not endorsing that in any way, by the way. Just to anyone who might be watching and thinking that they would want to. Please don't. Like, I don't want to make it easy for people to do that, but also I'm not, like, super... But I realize that I will say things that will be revealing. Just unintentionally. So... Yes. Oh god. Should not walk into the enemy. On fire. That's bad. Oh god. That's awkward. I really just had nowhere to go there. Well, that's a retry. I'm not changing anything because that was pretty much just unlucky. Get rid of Holu. Holiday Street IP. Yep. Yeah. Don't give that out. Don't tell people that. They're not supposed to know. Gosh. Just can't. You know. You just can't trust some people with information, I guess. You know. Tiara. We want it, but that still means we have to wait to pick up that box. Okay, soda, sure. Now we can go pick up the box. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm gonna have to do something after you're gonna dox me like that, you know. I gotta maybe like a hold. Maybe like a I was gonna maybe like jokingly time you out for 1 second, but like I don't know if that like goes on your record or anything. Like, I don't know if anyone would care if they saw a 1 second timeout on someone's record, but like, yeah. Also, it's just more effort than I'm willing to put in at the moment. I'm tired. It is in fact past 2 in the morning for me. So, Yeah. Not that I don't normally stay up this late. I do. It's just, I don't know, been a long day. Like I said, I had pickup rehearsals, and that takes energy. And it goes on the record on your mod view, but won't with other streamers. Yeah, that makes sense. Piggy bank. Good. Get our crit damage. I guess we can take greed for now. It's not really going to do much for us, but hey, shackles. Love that for us. Alright. Okay, we have all our items now. That's nice. Okay. Yep. Yeah, no. I'd have to reach over to my computer to time someone out, and I don't feel like doing that. I mean, I kind of have to when the bots show up, but it's like, seriously, why do I even have bots on my stream, coming to my stream? Like, there's not that many people here to fool, right? I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort from a scammer to put a bot in someone's chat, but like, I guess that's ultimately the answer, but like, come on, why even bother here? Ain't worth it, my man. Even if it doesn't take a whole lot of effort, I'd say it still ain't worth it. I mean, and that's also ignoring the fact that, you know, it's just kind of a dick thing to do. Ooh, I like that. Yes, Candy Kingdom, please. I'll go soda. We actually don't really need to level Piggy Bank. Piggy Bank is pretty much just there to keep our stacks up, and it does that just fine at level 1. From what I've seen, the bots tend to send one message to a bunch of streamers at the same time, even if they aren't affiliated. Oh, wow. Huh. Affiliated with each other. Right, gotcha. Hold on. Yeah, weird. It's weird, them bots. Feel like I had something else to say on them, but I forgot. Yeah, it's like, I mean, technically I am affiliated. That still kind of blows my mind that I am a Twitch affiliate. Because, like, I've never really considered Twitch my main thing. Like, even when it comes to, like, making stuff on the internet, I've never considered Twitch my main thing. Right? The main thing is the YouTube. And then, like, I've done other stuff too, but Twitch was just kind of like well, I should say streaming in general. Has been kind of like you know what, I guess I'll do it since it's kind of what all the other VTubers are doing. You know, peer pressure and all that. We love it. That is the other thing, is like, when people talk about VTubers and stuff, right? They're like, oh, they're like streamers that do this and that, and then, you know, have like a virtual avatar, right? It's like, well, yes, but they don't have to be streamers, right? Like, if we look at, you know, some of the earlier VTubers, like, say, Kizuna Ai, she didn't originally start out streaming. In fact, the reason they're called VTubers, which is more or less a term that Kizuna Ai coined, is because they were virtual YouTubers, meaning that they were making YouTube videos. And that's what I was doing back then, initially. She was initially just making videos as a VTuber. But a lot of like online content has shifted from videos to streaming, especially gaming content. There's kind of a reason why most of the stuff I'm watching on YouTube now that is gaming is VODs of streams rather than, you know, dedicated Let's Play videos. Like, there are still people who do those, myself included. But it's just more common nowadays, if you're playing video games on the internet, that you're playing them on Twitch, or streaming on YouTube, or streaming on, I don't know, does Facebook still have a streaming service? I don't know. I know VStream is dead. Oof. Yeah, and the same thing just kind of happened with VTubers, is like, I think we might be able to blame Hololive for that. Because, like, yes, I and other VTubers were streaming before Hololive, but, like, I think Hololive was kind of the ones that solidified the idea that, like, yes, VTubers are streamers. But they don't have to be. They really don't have to be. Oh yeah, I guess I can take Piggy Bank 3. And that's why I've kind of been telling myself, you know, it's fine if I'm not streaming as much anymore, right? Because, like, you don't have to be. Well, first of all, I wasn't always a VTuber, right? I was making stuff. Like, I just started my YouTube channel, ExtraHolidayGames, in 2019. I didn't become a VTuber till 2022. So, it's not like, you know, it's not like I'm a VTuber first and everything else second. I make videos. That's what I am. That's who I am. So that's why I've kind of been telling myself, like, it's okay if you don't go back to your streaming schedule, because, I mean, you don't have to be a streamer to be a VTuber. You don't have to be a streamer to be a content creator. You don't have to be a streamer to be a gaming content creator either. Ow. That's 7. The answer to this question is 7. You know what, I'll take Curse early again. That is 12. Just on the other side. I went the long way to that one. 1 minus... That's set. Minus 7. Yeah, okay. That and Hollow was like a perfect storm. Yeah, it was... Like, especially because of, you know, the disease that spread around that time. You know, streaming in general had a rise. VTubers had a rise at the same time. You know, and it was that's really I think what largely is responsible for the whole idea. Like, yep, VTubers are streamers. That's their main thing. Even if you look at Hololive, like, they do a lot of other stuff too. Like, sure, probably the bulk of their content time-wise is streams, but also more true for some of them than others. But also, like, pretty sure every Holo member has at least one song. Some of them are make a lot of music, like Callie. Seriously, she's made basically the equivalent of several albums, I feel like, since she's joined Holo. There's also, like, you know, they also have, like, hologra videos that they make. There's a lot that they do that's not streaming related. Maybe we need to blame the indies. Maybe that's where it comes from. Because I feel like indie VTubing has largely... Like, if we're looking at the start of VTubing, I feel like the part that was most largely streaming was the indies. Because I'm thinking of people like, you know, Iron Mouse. Well, who was indie at the time. Who, you know, she started streaming in 2017, and she's kind of one of the first streamer VTubers. And honestly, even just one of the first VTubers, I'd still say. She's one of the first VTubers, essentially. And yeah, she streamed. That was her main form of content. And in fact, I don't think it was till significantly later that she even started doing any other sort of content. And of course, there's the whole story of, you know, why she started streaming, but that's, yeah, I think that's a pretty good example of, like, how perhaps it was the indie scene that drove more the VTubers are streamers narrative. So yeah, you don't, aside from myself, I feel like you don't really see a lot of VTubers that are primarily YouTubers. Or just make content other than streams. You know, as their primary content. I'm trying to think of examples, and there are some VTubers who are, like, particularly I can think of a couple who are known for, like, their YouTube shorts, namely Rin Penrose and Inksy, but they also both stream, and arguably, so, I mean, Rin has the whole joke of, like, oh, it's Rin Penrose from YouTube Shorts, which is kind of funny. In fact, she might have the opposite problem, where, like, people know her from her shorts and not, so they're surprised when they find that, oh, she actually streams too? Which is kind of funny. And then Inksy, yeah, who has some very popular shorts, but I also happen to know streams. Also highly recommend both of them. They're quite entertaining. So yeah, I guess, you know, there are some examples of VTubers who are potentially indie VTubers, I guess I should say. Well, also just VTubers in general, who are just potentially more known for non-streaming activities. Yeah, but I still feel like, you know, it's probably the case that both the indies and the agency VTubers had a strong effect on the perception that a VTuber has to be a streamer. Yep, we're doing that. I heard the anvil drop, and I will go get it. But first I want to take those guys out. Okay. So yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be the weird one, I guess, who's just like, yeah, nope, streaming is not my main thing. Like, I'll do it occasionally for now. Here's the thing, I could maybe see myself streaming more consistently again in the future and, you know, I hate to say actually enjoying it. But there would be one or two things that need to happen first. For now, I'm just gonna stream whenever I feel like it, and we'll see how things go from there. I got a bit going on in my life that needs to be sorted out, I think, before I can really dive back into streaming wholeheartedly. But hey, we're streaming now, so that's pretty neat. Don't I know the feeling? Yep. Sometimes life gets in the way. That's the moral of the story. It's also kind of part of the reason why I was not too disappointed that I didn't get a callback for this next show. Because it would have been the 5th show I've done in a row. And I don't know if you know this, but the rehearsals take up a lot of time. Yeah, they do. You know, you gotta, I mean, it's at least a few hours every, 5 nights a week. So that's a pretty significant amount of time. And, that's just the time, and it's also worth factoring in the amount of energy you have to put into those sorts of things, which is definitely more than I spend just sitting around doing my usual stuff at home. So, now that I'm potentially not doing a show for a while, I can focus my energy potentially in places where it's probably more needed. Still need to do my bet. What bet? What bet is that? Okay, well, guess we're taking this. Oh, I heard the hammer drop. Good. This is perfect, actually. Oh. I guess that's fine, yeah. We can have potato. Can't tell if you're sarcastic or you legit don't remember. I'm being sarcastic. Yes, I am definitely not just forgetting what bet you're referring to. But like, just for the like people on YouTube, could you maybe like remind them? They don't remember. Yeah, it's them. It's them who doesn't remember, not me. Anyway, it should be a good surprise once I get around to it. Okay, well, you know what? It's good surprises are nice surprises. I should have got rid of Holobomb there. Sure, buddy. Yep, yeah. It's totally believable. Like, I would never forget anything, honestly. I'm not forgetful in the slightest, actually. I never forget anything. Ever. It's not like, you know, I literally am thinking about one thing and then another thought shows up in my head and then it just totally unlodges the thought that I was having, and then I just have entirely forgotten about it and I don't remember it for a month. Yeah, that's never happened. Ever. Ever. Nope. Not once. It's definitely not a daily occurrence. Alright, get rid of this shiz mask. I didn't actually need to get rid of that shiz, but I wanted to. Oh. There's my Kyun. I'm gonna save that anvil. I don't want either of those. I'm just gonna have to take crit chance, aren't I? Huh. Okay. Still have a couple stamps that I would like to have drop. That would be... And by a couple, I mean 3, which is the max that we can have. So anyways, back to this game. Water. Yep. Yes, water. Whatever. Water. Oh wait, I do need the bomb, actually. I forgot. We can get rid of ball, though. Yeah. We can get rid of ball. Okay. Bomb? We can, I guess that is the smarter move, to take bomb here. We'll get the other collab later, I guess. Okay, well now we have 2 anvils. Alright. Give me bomb. Give me a level in bomb, and another level in bomb. Oh, collector stamp. That is a stamp that we actually really do want. Because it will give us more other stamps, and the more stamps that drop, the higher our stats from Tiara. No, we can just leave that there for now. Though we are at 17.5 minutes, which means there's not a whole lot of time left for other stamps to drop. Anvil? Yes. More bombs. Yes, more bombs. Alright, folks. Just calm down, stay in your seats, and we'll all have a good time. I promise. Woo! Right, this guy. Size. I want the size stamp. Give me this. Instead of that. Bomb. Oh, attack up. Over bomb. I think I'll keep bomb stamp. Okay, that lightning. Lightning's really hard to see during that part because the whole area is flashing red, and then they flash right in the red. It's like, Gold anvil. Beautiful. I'm die thank you forever. Love that clip. Such a classic. That is like a classic VTuber clip. You know, ow, lightning. I was like, there aren't a lot of VTuber clips out there that I would consider classic, but I'm Die Thank You Forever is absolutely one of them. God, lightning. Dodge the lightning. Preferably, do not get hit with the lightning. Right, it's that part. I've taken a little bit of damage, it would appear. Just a little. I need you all to die, please. Because I am not doing super great on health. Okay, Oh, projectiles. Okay, I will take this over bomb, or should I lose collector at this point? We have 30 seconds until Gorilla spawns. I don't know if we're getting in a whole lot more stamp drops. Yeah. Projectiles. Actually, if one more stamp drops, I think I'll grab that attack up stamp and use that instead of the bomb stamp, because I think attack up is actually better. Oh, there's one more stamp. Would you look at that? I think attack up is better than bomb for this last part where there are less enemies to fight. Because bomb does really well when you can hit a bunch of different people. Okay. Oh god, my health. What happened? Oh, incoming. Can I walk back here? I can't walk back here. Good. Oh god. So many red circles there. That was... Whoa! And she dashed. Oh, and now it's this attack. I'm gonna just back up as far as I can. Oh dear. Not the rocks! And the lightning. Ouchie. Never thought of switching stamps to fit the swarm. Yeah! Yeah, I'm not sure if it's actually better, but it feels right to me. I maybe should have saved that dash. Uh-oh. And I might have put myself in an awkward spot here. Okay, now we're good. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna grab this burger real quick. Dash out of the way of her dash. Oh god. Oh god, the lightning. Okay. Followed immediately by rocks. That was terrifying. Ah. Please die. Damn it. I tried spamming the Donjocks, but it wasn't enough. Well, at least we're not dead. Yet. Ah! Rocks. Yeah, if you're in that area where the rocks are overlapping, you're just dead. You're just 100% dead then. Unit stamp. Oh, I didn't get to sell the unit stamp. Makes sense for sure. Yeah. That feels like one of those things that is like one of those tiny optimizations that, you know, you would need to do if you were going for like a world record or something. But for like 99% of players, it probably won't make a difference. Myself probably included. Okay, hey. we beat probably the last character I was really worried about, or at least in ID. Because as far as ID goes, these four are all, I would argue, easier characters to play. The rocks fall, extra dies. Yep. Every holiday dies. I don't know. And as far as the new JP characters, I'm only really concerned about Flare and Toa. The other ones, I would argue, are easy enough that we should be okay. So, next up is Anya. Anya was... I'm gonna have to do some testing here, because... to remind myself how Anya works. Yes, this. Wait. I always forget how exactly, the exact mechanics of her kit. So hold on, let me do this. Now she has pickup range, she likes melee weapons. Okay, we're gonna go to stage 1. No food. Okay. I'm gonna have to change the trail here in a sec. So, we gain sharpness when we kill people, right? Or at least we have a chance of gaining sharpness. Alright. So but if I get hit, I lose sharpness. Yeah? But, how about if I dash through? If I dash through, I do not lose sharpness. Okay. We are going to eliminate and reroll until we get headphones. Okay. That is... Alright. Did in fact lose sharpness there. I'm trying to test if we lose sharpness when headphones procs. Did not proc there. Did not proc there. Alright. I'm going to eliminate this so that we have a better chance of getting body pillow here in a sec. Come on, give me a headphone proc. Come on. There we go. I don't think we lost stacks. Maybe we did. Hold on. Headphones. I need... Okay. Just dash through these guys. Make it easier for myself. Okay, that was a headphone proc, and it does still... It looks like it did still... Yeah, it's still... You still lose stacks on headphone proc. Okay. So, let's get ourselves a body pillow. Eliminate. Reroll, reroll, reroll. Reroll. There it is. And see if body pillow hits lose stacks. We actually don't want level headphones now, so we'll just do Karis. Alright, special, you can end now. Thank you. Alright, now I need to get hit with the body pillow. Need to take damage to my body pillow. But they're all dying too quickly. What is this nonsense? They're all just dying before they can hit me. This is a problem. Hold on, let me... Even that guy died before he could hit me. Sure. I need stronger enemies. You know what? We'll take Holu. That'll give us stronger enemies. Okay. So body pillow hit. Still not working. Oh, these guys. Okay, I took a hit to the body pillow and it did not reduce my sharpness, I don't think. I'm gonna double check, but I want to make sure. Increase holo. I'm ignoring you, Yago. How does it feel to be ignored? See, even the tacos are dying. Just to sharpness. Oh, these guys. Maybe. Okay, yeah. Hits to body pillow do not count for losing sharpness. But headphone hits do, which is weird. Okay. Okay. Cool. That's all I needed to know. Okay. So... Except I forgot what her other scalings were. Pickup range. Alright, you know what? To the wiki! The HoloCure wiki, except I can't stay there long because for some reason anytime I try to use a wiki on my laptop, it like threatens to crash my laptop if I'm on it for too long. Which is weird. Okay. Pickup range, yes. I remember that. Extra hits, okay. May take... Okay. So on hit and pickup range. And then damage avoidance. Specifically body pillow. Okay. Okay. That's doable. This is quite the danceable song, isn't it? Well, at least for the dino, anyway. Okay, so if we want pickup range and on hit, then these two items are good. I like breastplate because she has invulnerability. We might be using you, but I'm going to disable you for now. We don't want to use headphones because we still lose sharpen stacks for that when that triggers. I'm pretty sure she also has health scaling with her slumber, but I don't actually plan on using that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Pickup range and on hit, huh? I guess... Well, we need to find a super collab. Here's the thing. I'm gonna pull up the wiki again. Very briefly, so as not to demolish my computer. Yeah, so she does have percent max health scaling on her healing. Which, in terms of a super collab, means we could go Genghis Khan for the extra health. Or we could do something like Idolive for more haste and more on-hit stuff. Man, you think, having played Anya 8 times already, I would know what I want to build on her. But, so, okay, so we have 4, right? So it's either 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, and then either that or 3. My instinct in these situations is to go for damage. It's an instinct that we've seen has not always been the best, but I like the idea. We have durability with breastplate and body pillow and healing with slumber, so I think this is fine. Okay, oh right, and weapons. We need to do melee weapons. But also these two, which is a build that we have absolutely done before. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I counted something wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, right, we do have to go book and water. That's right. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so that's... Okay, this is correct. This is the correct item build. Good. Okie dokie. Now time for the real thing. And as for this, we're not running HP, so I don't think we want calamine. This gives pickup range and haste and max HP. I think this is probably our thing. Alright. Alrighty, let's get going, shall we? Oh, what's our capstone on this? I think the capstone might be candy? I think it's candy. Yeah, I think it's candy. Alright, well, we're gonna hold the breastplate, take the body pillow. Karis, Curse, and Glowstick. Okay, Glowstick is something we needed. Curse is nice to have. Alright. Okay. We're gonna hold that idol costume real quick while we grab breastplate. Take the idol costume. Oh, I forgot to change the trail again. I never forget things. Oh dear. Corporation pin. Yeah, I think Candy Kingdom is our capstone. Because we do want the pickup range stuff first. On this character in particular. Oh, I could have gone limiter. I could have gone limiter. Is that worth a restart? That might be worth a restart. Yeah, I think that's worth a restart. Restart! Okay. Instead of Tiara. Limiter. Doesn't change what our capstone is, but because we want pickup range. Man. Yep. Look, like that one, we knew it was doomed to fail because I did the wrong build, right? So, like, we basically had no choice but to restart there. Now, otherwise we would just be wasting time. I'll take those. And I still didn't change the trail. Also, I don't want that. Thank you. Boop. Boop. Wow. Don't give me that look. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's the matter. Unlike the build, the trail doesn't actually have an effect on how well you actually do in the run. Okay. Membership gone. Corporation pin take. Book we don't really need right now. Take corporation pin again. We'll do this. Give me body pillow too. I think that might be more important, actually. We're keeping our sharpness stacks. Although I guess... no, because the damage reduction on breastplate doesn't change when you level it, so... I was gonna say breastplate might be just as important. Because it also makes the body pillow more effective, but only when you first get it. Like, past that, the levels don't really add any protection. It just gives you more damage. Oh, but breastplate does max out at 3, whereas body pillow maxes at 5. So do that first, actually. Oh, oh, okay. Lightness is not a stamp that we want, actually. I could take the spider cooking. I think I'm gonna take the spider cooking, even though it's not part of the collab that we're going for right now. But I want, like, spider cooking with size up is great. It is, it's pretty darn good, actually. So. Okay. Ah! Lightning. Scary. Oh, I see you there, healer. Come back here so I can stab you. Yeah. Get stabbed, nerd. Milk. Milk we need. For certain. We definitely need some attack size if we're going to hit these healers. It's kind of hard to get to them without big attacks or ranged attacks. Or we could just do this. Oh, get rid of Holo. Teehee. Sure, I'll take that. That's our capstone. This is our almost capstone. And it's frequently our capstone in most builds that we have it, actually. But in this build, it's actually core. Uh-oh. Well, that hurt. You know what? Maybe we can sleep. Oh god. Not when that's happening. Maybe we can sleep. Okay, we're full health now. That is a neat little thing with Anya, is that you can just top off your health by just standing still for a little bit. You just have to make sure you're not standing still when an enemy's gonna get on top of you. Yep. It's a little bit of a teehee there, you know, just a little teehee. Little teehee. All right. I don't wanna. You guys with the bombs. It's not cool. Like, nobody wants the bombs. So I don't understand why you're bringing them. Okay. Okay. And in this stage especially, you have to be careful that you're not falling asleep where the lightning is going to strike, because that would be bad. Kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, the whole healing thing. Alright, I will take lifesteal. That's good. Take another level in Karis. We can finally do something with that lightweight stamp. Tee. Do. There we go. Okay. We're doing it. We're really doing it. Finish the body pillow. Could use more levels for milk, though. That would be nice. Yeah. We're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is the matter. Everything is fine. Bootyful. Not really the weapon I was looking for, but I guess it's fine. I guess we can take the sausage. I like how my breastplate did damage to the Pemelo that exploded. Like after it exploded. That was kind of funny. Nightly milk, yay. More size on our attacks. It's good. It's good. Ah, deck. Charging at me like that. So rude. So incredibly rude. Okay. Nightly milk is good. We are maxed out on our milk. Oh, healer and damage reducer. Time to kill them. We still don't quite have enough attack size to be able to hit them comfortably. Without actually getting all up in their range. Unfortunate, that is. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Excuse. I'm just trying to get through. It's like being in a Walmart on Black Friday. Never actually been in a Walmart on Black Friday. And that's probably because I'm just... I was gonna say smart, but smart enough not to do that. You know, I value my health and safety a little bit. Okay, there's our pickup range scaling coming into play. Still don't have either of the weapons that we actually need. Holy, when did our attacks get so big? See, now they're huge. Just a bit, yeah. Hold. Ah. Ah. I can tell though, you're still alive. Yeah. You know, that is a telltale sign of not going into Walmart on Black Friday, just being alive. I've only ever gone shopping, I think, once on a Black Friday. And that was specifically because I was literally working that day, and I was like, you know, I could go probably get a deal on something. And I did. I got a pair of, like, $250 headphones for, like, half price. So, that was pretty neat. 8. Good. Okay. Okay, Look at this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful attack size that we have now. It's lovely. But we do need to start getting glow stick and idle song going. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yep. Okay. Sausage time. Mm-hmm. I feel like the sausage is really easy to forget you have, you know? I mean, most of the weapons that aren't aimed, I think, are, but the sausage in particular, because it will only swing when there's an enemy near you. Okay, we're going to use our rerolls. So there are times where, you know, if you're doing well enough that you just don't see it. I don't want the book. No, I don't want the water. No, I got goodbye rerolls. Okay, I guess we're gonna max that out. It's fine. I didn't want those rerolls anyway. Sausage is something you forget you have. Only once. What do you mean? That wouldn't sound weird out of context. Not at all. I don't see what you're getting at here. Also, we got super lucky with that glow stick roll. Side stamp, thank you. It's definitely not quotable. I'm not sure why you quoted it, because it's not a quotable thing to say. Definitely not. Oh. Not at all. Ah. Lightning. No, just like sausage. Oh, okay, that's fair. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan, actually. I don't tend to like sausage, I've found. Like, I prefer my meats in different forms. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Just gonna wait. Really? Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it's just something about the way it's flavored, usually. I just haven't been a fan since I was young. Because here's the thing. I eat a lot of pizza. Like, and, you know, there were some times in my life where I ate more and some where I ate less. You know, people always want to know, you know, what do you like on your pizza? And normally I'm like, yeah, throw some pepperoni on there. That's great. You know, here's the thing. I grew up in a very meat and potatoes kind of family, right? And that was, like, it would be weirder if a meal that we had didn't have some sort of meat in it. Well, I guess dinner, specifically. Breakfast almost never did. Because it was pretty much just cereal. But, you know, for dinner, it would be strange where if, you know, there wasn't meat somewhere in the meal. And usually, like, the primary thing in that dish. So, like, I've eaten a lot of meat. But sausage in particular was always the one thing that I was like, do I have to eat this? 'Cause... Right? And bringing it back to the pizza, 3-meat pizza pretty much always has sausage on it, or, you know, meat lovers, whichever you want to do. Pretty much I would say most of the most of the specialties, I should say. Okay, sure. Most of the specialty pizzas will have sausage on them if they have any meat on them. So, let's upgrade bomb. I just tended to not eat a lot of specialty pizzas back in the day, even though there are other pizza toppings that I like other than just pepperoni. For example, when I was working at a pizza place, it's not something I would make super often, but occasionally I would make myself for lunch a little personal pizza with your typical red sauce and pepperoni, of course, chicken, and what was the other thing? There was something else. Pepperoni, chicken, bacon, right? Pepperoni, chicken, bacon, and barbecue drizzle on top. That was one of my favorite things to make for lunch. I didn't often make it because it was easier just to throw some wings through the oven, and you know, it's a very heavy flavor to that pizza, so you know, it's not an everyday sort of thing, but you know, it's just going to show, you know, there are other things I like on my pizza other than pepperoni. It's just sausage is not one of them. Yeah. Shocking, I know. It used to be for a long... Honestly, it wasn't until I started working at a pizza place that I really started putting other things on my pizza. But like... It was almost kind of a no-brainer, because... You know, the toppings I mentioned are things that I knew I already liked. So it's just like, okay, the only question then is whether they work well together on a pizza. So, it's like, alright, yeah. Well, actually, correction, I didn't know that I liked barbecue sauce until I started working there. Because, here's the thing about barbecue sauce. Pretty much every brand of barbecue sauce I've tasted tastes wildly different. So really, in that case, it's largely a matter of finding the one brand that you like and using that one every time. I will take the water. So, but yeah, it was working at the pizza place was basically where I found the freedom to experiment with my pizza. Which was nice. I learned. And now I can take that knowledge with me when I order pizza from other places. It was a very low-risk environment to experiment in, and I appreciate that. Chicken pizza isn't something I've heard about, I think. Oh, it's actually not terribly uncommon. Just based on, you know, what I saw when I was working at the pizza place. A real popular one, actually. So, the place I worked at had a buffet. I can't remember. It's been long enough now, I'm actually forgetting. Thank God. Some of the things from that job. But we had a buffet. I think it was just on weekdays. Or on certain days in some way. But we had a pizza buffet, basically. Or we just, you know, you pay for the buffet and then we just keep putting pizza out and whatever. Pizza was there. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Whatever pizza was there, you could, you know, grab a slice and eat it. All you can eat pizza buffet. Fun idea. Oh wait, I don't want that yet, actually. But one of the most popular pizzas that we would put on the buffet was the... I don't think our white sauce was actually ranch, if I'm remembering correctly. No, it wasn't. Or was it? I don't remember. I think it was, actually. Okay. So essentially, it's what's commonly known as a chicken bacon ranch, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Chicken and bacon on a pizza with ranch as the sauce instead of a, well, not exactly ranch, but a ranch-based sauce as the sauce instead of the normal red sauce. You know, tomato-based sauce. So, yeah, I mean, I'm plenty accustomed to seeing people put or eat pizza with chicken on it. Alfredo. Not Alfredo, actually. Yeah, Alfredo, I believe, is different from what we were using, but it is a ranch. What we were using was a ranch-based sauce for our white sauce. But Alfredo is also commonly on pizzas, too. Like, a chicken Alfredo pizza is a thing as well. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat, all the different things you can do with pizza. Like, it's maybe not as versatile as, like, you know, the sandwich or curry or something like that, but still pretty versatile. I mean, heck, we even had, I mean, we didn't sell a ton of them, but we even had dessert pizzas at our store. Where it was, what was it? It was like a cinnamon-based sauce on pizza dough with, like, what did we put on top of it? It wasn't powdered sugar, but it was something like that. I don't remember exactly. But it was very sweet, and it was interesting. Oh wait, I can use this for the super collab now. Oops. So yeah, dessert pizza's also a thing. Which is kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. Very versatile thing these pizzas are. Whee! Also, I just realized, like, yeah, Idle Costume is, or Idle Live, I should say specifically, is arguably a very good super collab for Anya, because she has one of them supers that powers you up in some way. Candy Kingdom time. More haste. Silly amounts of haste now. Oh, get out of there. Okay. Pardon? Pardon what? Are we still talking about the dessert pizza, or? Because I realize that is slightly strange, but it is a thing. We did sell some of them. Although we sold a lot more cinnamon twists than we did dessert pizzas. Which was kind of more or less the same thing, but just in a twisty form. Served with a side of icing, basically. And then, of course, garlic twists we had as well, which were ranch twist mix, which I don't know what was in, and garlic. Which was neat. I liked those. Those, I almost kind of missed those. Because those were good. I guess if I knew what was in the twist mix, I could make them myself. Also, that would need dough, though. Which I never learned how to... So here's the thing. I learned how to make the dough, I just never learned how to roll it. So, I might have to figure that out if I wanted garlic twists. I was gonna ask you more of it. Yeah, the desserts, I think for my sake I won't allow myself to. Yeah, I mean, I recognize that it's not the first thing most people would think of when they think of pizza, but yeah, you can have a sweet pizza that is primarily sweet. I mean, ultimately, what is a pizza? It's just, you know, toppings on a circular crust, right? And technically, it doesn't even have to be circular. The pizza place near where I grew up, not the one I worked at, but a different one, their largest size of pizza was rectangular, actually. Because I guess it just wouldn't... It fit better in the oven, I think, was the reason. What do we want? I guess we're taking... Curse here? I guess curse. Yeah, it's more just like a kind of sort of flat crust with toppings. And the toppings can be... or with sauce and toppings, I should say. The toppings can be a variety of things. And if you're from Chicago, pizza is soup. Because that's how a Chicago deep dish pizza works. Or so I'm told. I mean, I did have it once. I did have a Chicago deep dish once. But that was at the O'Hare Airport in Chicago. And like, I don't know if I can really trust that airport food is really representative of any particular type of food. Like, certainly it's edible, but... you know. Just doesn't feel like the purest form of any given food. Okay. Okay. I guess I don't need to leave this many stamps lying around. I can delete some of them. In fact, I think I only need one. No. Yeah, probably only one. Just in case that haste stamp decides to show up. Let me just dash into this guy. So I can get more damage on him. It's not a soup. Alright, you're talking about deep dish pizza? Because that's kind of... It's kind of a soup. At least from what I've heard it described as, you know. It's kind of a soup in a bread bowl. There we go. I would like an anvil. An anvil would be nice right now. Ah. Okay. We're almost near the end here, which is lovely. Oh. Did lose some health there, which means we lost some sharpness, but that's fine. Okay, curse, sure. I'd just really like to get an anvil before we have to collab that with spider cooking. So I can get that enchant in there. It's a casserole. Oh. Yeah, I guess that would make sense too. I'm not really an expert on casseroles though. I have a... I don't know that I've ever eaten a casserole. I don't know that I've ever been interested in eating a casserole. But it's definitely not one of the meals that was commonly prepared in the home where I grew up, you know. Let's finish that off, I guess, since we don't really have any better choices. Better options. Oh, well, there's the gold anvil, which I kind of need to get. HP. Alright, didn't get the double enchant on this, but that's fine. We can actually eliminate the axe. And I guess we're taking an enchanted plug. I guess. Okie dokie. Doing well. We're doing well. I mean, things can still go south, but for now, we're doing well. Game slowdowns and all. Ah! Okay. Okay. Here comes a level first, and then Goriella. Going to spawn right there. I'm gonna dash through her. I was hoping for a breastplate hit there. No, come back. I'm trying to kill you. You know what? We could probably just sell this at this point. I don't think the haste stamp is going to drop at this point. We can dodge that pretty easy. Oh, wait, I want that anvil. I want to enchant this plug. That's a good dash. Got some breastplate hits off. Ooh! Wow, we got hit. I think we only got hit by one rock there, because otherwise we definitely would have lost more of our body pillow. Uh-oh. Not this attack. Oh dear. Gonna dash out of that. I mean, we are decently tanky, even though we're not going the full tank Anya build. Because we do have breastplate and body pillow still. It. Okay. Okay, here we go. This should... Oh, she ran away. But this should do it. Oh god. Gotta get out of there. That's gonna kill me if I let it. Dash through. Okay, I had to dash through there. Is she off the map right now? No, she's over there. Uh-oh. Dodge lightning. Good. Mm-hmm. Is it just me, or did the game suddenly speed up there? Might have been after I died, but... I was not expecting to get one shot there. I was just mentioning how we're still reasonably tanky. Unfortunately, that's probably where I should call things for tonight. Otherwise, I would give it another go. But it is getting late. I should be getting to bed. So, if you want to stick around for a raid, that'd be cool. And if you're watching, thank you for watching. And as for this stream, that's a wrap.